Hello everybody, Andy here from Glass Half Dead, the #1 kill team channel on YouTube. Unless of course you are with literally any other kill team channel on YouTube. Hello, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas and are going into a Happy New Year, because I bloody well haven't. Moving on, that's for my Patreon parasocial guys in a week's time once things are confirmed. Anyway, hey, look, you can go and get yourself a Battleclade model as the free miniature of the month. Last month, we had a Death Watch model, which was awesome. I didn't get it. I was busy. And I didn't need it. This week we have a month. Jesus Christ, Andy, get it together. We have a Battleclade Combat Servitor, along with a Deathwatch coin. So if you're a Marine fanboy, go get yourself a Deathwatch coin. You can LARP and pretend that this is your Inquisitorial seal. There you go. That's what I do if I had it. That's the news. There you go. I'm now going to talk about Battleclade for a little bit, because that's a team that nobody ever bloody talks about. But I recently had a little stint of playing them 3 times, and then I went to a tournament where somebody else played them, and if I hadn't beaten them, they were on track to, they only lost the 1 game against me, so I have a little bit of an insight about Battleclade. Let's have a little talk about them, and whether or not you actually need this model. Pro tip, you don't. Hey, before we get into that though, I'd like to give you a subscriber-only benefit, and that subscriber-only benefit is a big double hello. Thank you so much. You're a ledge. Drop a comment. Battleclade, yay or nay? Why so? Hey, if you're ever picking up Warhammer in the UK, check out Element Wayland or Red October Games. If you're in Canada, check out Northern Citadel. If you're in America, check out Wargame Portal. Very genuinely, we all buy Warhammer, we all know it, and other things, anything they stock, obviously. If you use my link, it's a brilliant way to support me without costing you any extra money. I think we can all enjoy that. If you do like what I do and you want to spend some extra money, do consider checking out my Patreon. Basically, you just get you get like an hour rant a week about Kill Team, pretty much. There you go. That's pretty much what it is, but it's also very parasocial, which is fun. If you're playing Kill Team, these are 2 great ways of transporting your models, extra game aids that you can use. Crossfire, GG Easy. I've done a Crossfire video going down all of their products about a month ago now. GG Easy, I'll be doing one of those very soon, so keep your eyes out on those. And you get money off if you use my code with these, so definitely check those out. Okay, right, let's get into what are the Battleclade. What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? And should you go and get this model? Let's start with the obvious. No, you should not go and get this model. There you go. If you buy the Battleclade team, it is a 1-box team. There really aren't options, because what they have is so good compared to this model that you wouldn't build anything else, right? So you're building all of the specialists every time. I genuinely don't think you would ever not take all of the specialists. Maybe you would drop, if you, I don't think you drop anything. I'm trying to think of a reason you would drop a particular model, but I really don't think you would, if I'm honest. I'm sure some Battleclade pros would say, well, actually, sometimes you don't take this model because blah blah blah. But they're, that's not realistic. For your first 24 games with them, to be honest, because they are a team that individually they're not particularly strong, and so you have to work together. They're all about aura farming, if you will, because if you're not in a aura, then you're terrible and you should die. And they will die. So there you go. This particular model here is a combat servitor, which is your normal guy. So after you've built all of the specialists, you then have, I think it's 4. It's either 3 or 4. We'll find out in a moment. Combat servitors, and they're your basic troops. However, they have an option of 3 guns. First gun is a melter. You're going to take that. There you go. That's easy. And then you have to build either 2 or 3. I can't remember what the number is, but it's the rest of the models you have in the box as either a flamer or this gun. Now, this gun is kind of the bolter, if you will. If you want to think of it that way, you have a flamer or a bolter. Which would you rather have? And the problem with this is, and this is a bolter that has severe, to be clear. So, like, that's not bad, right? That's a good bolter. The Flamer's 4/4. Okay, there you go. So everybody that has ever played Kill Team now knows why you always take the Flamer. There is a limit on the number of Flamers, so if there's ever a reason to, for some reason, not take the Melter, then you actually literally cannot take more Flamers. So you would then have to take this, but you would take the Melter always over every other weapon you have. So there you go. I thought I'd have a very quick rundown here. So the Combat Servitor, the Incendiing Igniter is your Flamer. It's a 4/4 Flamer. This is amazing. Additionally, it's amazing because you suck. As a shooting team, you hit on 4s. That always sucks. But your whole thing is if you're within 6 inches of the Underseer or the Auto Proxy, you have accurate 1. So you're retaining 1. That kind of makes up what you're hitting on 4s. So you should be thinking, guaranteed 1 hit. And then I roll 3 more dice, of which I will hit with 1 or 2. There you go. That's the team. That's the team. And then a Melter Gun is just a Melter Gun. Great. Brilliant. And then a Phosphor Blaster, which is the thing you're getting here, is the 4 dice, hitting on 4s, 3/4 severe. That sucks. There you go. Don't run that. It's not like so bad I'm saying literally don't take the shot. Take the shot, but that's not a situation you want to be in. I thought I'd very quickly break down the difference for you. So this is, on the left-hand side, we have the Phosphor Blaster. That's your bolter, as I'm calling it. And on the right, we have the Flamer. So if you're shooting into just a Marine, basically, with your 3, with their 3-up save. Now, I understand that I actually haven't put their wounds in correctly if we go 14. So, in essence, you'll be doing 2 extra damage. It's 1.5 extra damage, but really, you should count yourself as doing 2 extra damage when you use the Flamer versus the Incendiing Igniter. That is assuming I've given them accurate, haven't I? I haven't given them accurate on that. Oh, okay. All right, that's a lot more. Okay, that's a lot more. So you're doing 2 extra damage with the Flamer. And that's really what this team comes down to. This is my issue when it comes to teams that have 4-up saves. 4-up to hit. I just hate them. Because my dice never work. Well, that's how I feel. I'm sure that over a long period of time, it is 50-50, 4 dice, hitting on 4s, I hit 2 normally, right? And I think that what's fun about that is it never works, and I hate it. And so I don't really like 4-up save, 4-up hitting teams. And that's honestly why I prefer elite teams, because they hit on 3s. It's really that simple. And I wish I was different. I wish I was better. And I wish that I could make hitting on 4s work, but I can't. And that's my take on Battleclade. Cool. All right. I hope you've all had a Merry Christmas. I haven't. So, bye. Great.